Now, of course, many of you know me. This is a journalist, not Freeman Musamali, and I run an online news journal, and we are on YouTube, website, TikTok, and X. Now, basically, for us, we decided to venture into investigation stories mostly, and I've done a number of stories in regards to investigations, most especially in corruption scandals. So yesterday we ran a story in connection to the organizing committee and the forthcoming Imbalu celebrations in Mutoto, and we wrote about the funds that were given by the Ministry of Gender. That's about 50 millions that was given to the account of Umukuuka Mudoma. With this, I have evidence, and with our inside source, we want to confirm that money was given by the ministry. If at all what I'm speaking is wrong, then a disclaimer will come from the Ministry of Gender that money wasn't given to the account of Umukuuka Mudoma. Now, when they gave him the 50 millions, he carried 16 millions and he gave it to the organizing committee of Imbalu. It should be well noted that initially, last year, it was organized by Inzu Masaba, and it was being headed by Umukuuka Mudoma. This time round, it was negotiated that the Imbalu should be championed or should be headed by the LOC5s. That is all LOC5s that are in Bugisu region. That is Bududa, Namisindwa, Bulambuli, Mbale, and Sironko. So these people are struggling with funds. But after Umukuuka Mudoma receiving 50 millions, he diverted some money in what he called a dinner that is going to happen tomorrow. That's on Friday, and it's in Mount Elgon. Remember, always the eve of the Imbalu celebrations, they always host a dinner in Mount Elgon. So my worry isn't them having the dinner in Mutoto, but my worry is collecting money, claiming it's going to Mutoto as a contribution from Minister of Gender. Then on the way, the money is diverted again into other matters. Remember, we are talking about a celebration that is too big. This is the second largest event in the whole world, besides the one that happens in Brazil. So we don't want to see things again happening like it happened last year, whereby people even lacked cows to slaughter. Wow. So when I come out and write, and I get people who threaten me, hey, you asked for money. I've never asked for money from Umukuuka Mudoma. And by the way, even if I want money, I cannot ask Mudoma to give me money. Okay? So stop paying bloggers to come and attack me. For us, we write facts. We don't just wake up and write. I have enough information and I have enough proof. Yesterday, I received a call. Mudoma first called me. I didn't pick. So he went on WhatsApp. Initially, I had blocked him on the other line. So he used another line to communicate to me. And he tried to convince me to pull out of this issue. It's not the only money that Umukuuka Mudoma has collected. I have enough proof that a lot of money is coming in. And actually, I think today, it should be today that State House is giving in around 300 millions for the organization. And I'm hoping that this money may also be diverted. And the LOC5s are struggling to collect money to have this event happen. We don't want to see things fail again. We are Masaba. We need to have things corrected. And I want to be on record that it's us who wrote that story, and the story is out. If at all there is anyone who says that whatever we wrote wasn't clear, wasn't right, then you're free to give in a press release. Umukuuka has a spokesperson. Is called kind of Masiga. You can come out and put a disclaimer, not using bloggers to stamp in the work that we did. Okay, for us, we are always open. We don't take people's money to write stories. No one paid me to do that story, and I don't think that is anyway. You say you paid you I wanted to scam, I wanted to take around 20 millions from you not to publish this story. That is very wrong. First of all, the information I got, I never got it from you. Even if I wanted to call you for clarity, I wouldn't call you to say that, sir, I need some money before. If not, I'm going to put out this story. I've written a number of stories about you, and I don't think I've ever asked for money. The only time I called is when I lost my uncle. It's only when I lost, I think, my sister, and I was just notifying you. I wasn't asking for money. I called to notify you because by that time you were my friend. I only like one person in your organization or in your clique. That is Council Masereje. At least Masereje is understanding. I've been talking to Masereje for a very long time, and I know what he's capable of. And you should also reflect back then when you're coming into that seat as Umukuuka. I think I was one of the journalists that was on the front, because most of the journalists in Mali never wanted to write about you. But actually, they never wanted to write about Umukuuka when it was in transition. But I was able to write, and I chipped in. By that time, it was Minister Beta Monki and Peace Mutuzo who were in that seat. And I met them physically. They invited me as a journalist. I even had a time to go and speak to the president on behalf of all journalists in Bugisu in regards to Umukuuka. And that's how you came in. So if you say I'm fighting you, I cannot fight you. For us, what we do, we serve the community. And I'm not here to say that I apologize to you. I cannot apologize because I know what I wrote. I know what we write. I know what we are capable of. So I'm about to let out the conversation. I think it will be at around 11. And you'll see what Umukuuka Mudoma told me. He even reached a moment of asking whether the 50 millions belong to me. Yes, it belongs to me because it's taxpayers' money. That money wasn't gotten by out of the blue. That's taxpayers' money. That's why we always come out and condemn such acts. Me, I would be in jail, but simply because I always have facts and I don't just wake up and write. So keep it on. By 11, we are getting out those screenshots. Thank you.